To a fallen angel in Hell's Kitchen. I seen on the street corner, it smelled sickening. Told a homie to watch his step, then he out of sight, out of mind. Quickly, how they forget you? It was fake love for real, only the.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
And that was our national anthem performed by the talented Skylar Cole. And with that, we'll be right back in just a moment.
Feeling like it's me against the world, but I can give a fuck who my opponent is. And I came here to change it. Big my belief, now they calling me dangerous. Taking the throne and I'm gonna maintain it. I gotta go down to just one of the places.
Takes flight, going down. You'll clear the deck. Deck cleared.
It's that time of the year. Happy holidays, everyone, from 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some mid-season NBA action. With Brent Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. D.A., take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, we all know Ja Morant's a high flyer. He says, my dad was pretty athletic when he played, so I can say some of it comes from him. Jumping on tires and the other drills, they just allowed my legs to get stronger. It's enabled me to get off the floor quicker, be more explosive, and it shows when I'm out there on the court. Kevin, it certainly does.
He is a high flyer indeed. David, thank you. Now we'll look at Memphis's starting group. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bane. And it's Brooks in at the 3 spot. And for Phoenix, Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Durant is out there with T.J. Warren, and it's Ayton in at center. You know, Greg, when you look at these rosters, both teams have lots of quality players and very deep benches.
And with the pace we see in games, it really helps to have more legs to run. Each of these coaches have a lot of options, so it'll be interesting to see how they play the matchups.
Now, here's Paul. Ayton a screen on Morant. Here's Paul, and Adams sends it back, and he recovers it. Second shot opportunity. A shot off that time. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Brooks finds Morant. Outside, Bane. Jackson setting the pick here for Bane. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
And here's a guy that's not in coast mode. Jackson is going to give it all he has every minute he's on the floor. That's how he earns the and one.
The free throw off from Jackson. Well, Greg, with this Memphis Grizzlies team, you like how young and how hungry they are. It's very appealing.
And these players have bought into the system. This is a selfless group that knows each other's strengths, and it's why they've seen so much success here of late.
Here's Morant following the basket by Chris Paul. Bane passes to Jackson. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. At the top of the key, the dish to Booker. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul.
That one's on Morant.
Defense tends to overcommit just because Booker's such a great offensive threat. That time he used it to his advantage.
Phoenix shooting their first free throws of the game.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
First one falls for him.
Man, Devin Booker is a true shooter. A walking bucket, always ready to let it fly.
And the proof is right there in the numbers, Greg. I mean, 2 seasons in a row, he's been top 10 in field goal attempts. So he knows how, when, and where to get that ball up. And you got to love Devin Booker and the way he just competes no matter what the score is and no matter where the team is sitting in the standing.
Here's Morant. Rebound by the Suns. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Memphis this season.
Yeah, and they're hoping for a better showing against this club this season. Last year, they came out on the losing end.
Now, here's Warren. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. And that one's good, Ayton.
Well, you bump me, and I'm going to bump you back as Ayton not afraid to get physical with the defender.
Here's Morant. A dependable source of points for his team, averages just under 24 points a game. The Suns have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Outside for KD. Warren trying to break loose. And it's Durant missing.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Adams sets the pick for Morant. That's tipped.
Well, TJ improving his awareness on defense is something that coaches are looking for. Nice block there.
Pass to KD. Shoots over Adams. Here's Ayton over Jackson. And the rejection by Jackson. Brooks kicks to Morant. Outside, Bain. It's Brooks on the wing. He's covered by Ayton. And oh, what a play by Brooks.
Now, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Booker. And the Suns miss again.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
Now here's Brooks. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now he averages nearly 12 points a game. On pass to Warren. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Chris Paul came into the league playing unselfish, continues to do so. What a dime.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. Suns with a completely new group on the floor. And the Grizzlies with some changes. Here's Aldama. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Here's Jones. Pass to Aldama. At this point of the season, Greg, right in the heart of the schedule, what are the biggest challenges for a player?
Kevin, sometimes it's just about knowing what city you're in. The travel in this league is crazy, but you really want to keep focused and sleep and eat right. Vital.
And he knocks down the first one. So he gets them both. And so here's Phoenix.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
1:56 left to play here in the first. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. 6 to shoot. Pass to Okogie. Dishes it to Ross. Releases. And the Suns get it back. The shot's good from Beasley.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
There's the pass to Kennard. And that comes off the assist by Jones. And that makes it a tie ball game.
Coach is wanting Luke Kennard to get aggressive with his shots. That's a nice catch and shoot.
Payne passes to Ross. Passes to Beasley. Takes the three. Drills the three-pointer. Beasley's got 5.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
And Kennard wide open. He shoots. A three-pointer off the mark. Suns leading by 3. Ross with it. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Beasley passes to Payne. Aldama with the rebound.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And here's Kennard. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game.
And that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it. Leaping ability is off the charts. Not the biggest power forward, but outstanding at rising up off the ground.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Suns ahead, up by 5. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Suns Youth.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Suns.
I like how they've worked the ball inside, getting looks closer in there, and that really helps your offense.
Let's make sure that that selfish nerve doesn't get tapped, because right now there's great ball movement. They're setting each other up. Let's see if that maintains.
And so it's Payne with it. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. It's a 5-point game. The backcourt pair for him, it's Payne and Booker. Andre Ayton out there with T.J. Warren, and it's KD in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the Suns' 5 as we get into the second quarter. Payne, no good.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
After being selected first overall in the 2018 draft, some teams question if DeAndre Ayton was worthy of that.
Well, it took time for Ayton to find his comfort zone, and all of a sudden became a key piece that nobody's questioning much anymore as an inside rebounder, rim protector, and a guy who can score at a high level when asked to.
Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Payne's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. The Suns shooting not great, 40% for the game. Booker the pass to Warren. Shot from free throw range, and it's off the back rim, no good. Memphis trailing here. Pass to Morant. Back to Bain. He feeds it to Jackson. He nails it, and we're tied up.
And that is quickly becoming Jackson's domain. He is such a strong finisher in the paint.
KD, a screen on Morant. Payne. But Grizzlies pull it in. Fresh from a win against the Nuggets.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
Well, it was probably a good feeling in that last game that the mid-range worked, the long-range worked, the inside game worked. But the best feeling was the crowd leaving that building not in a good mood.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Pass to Booker. And the layup is good. Booker's got it all tied up now for the Suns.
And Payne just playing eyes-up basketball, seeing that opportunity.
Now here's Morant. He had 10 points in the win against Denver.
And guys, what impressed me most was his passing. He constantly looked for the open man and found guys in great spots.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. They get the rebound to the left side wing. Now Payne. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And the shot by Warren, no good. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Morant kicks to Bain. Clark dishes to Morant. KD against Williams. Just 5 on the clock. Over Durant, and the Grizzlies tack on 2 more.
And it seemed like they couldn't get anything to fall in that opening quarter, but you can just feel the momentum starting to shift.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. So Memphis ends up going with the new group. And a look now at some of the players we can expect to see in this year's dunk contest. Always one of the great events of All-Star Weekend.
It is, Kevin. You just can't take your eyes off it. The ideas those guys come up with, and then the guts it takes to pull them off, always blows me away.
And you look at Morant, almost all the way up there in the top spot. I don't know if he'll make it to number 1. But you'd have to say he's going to be a part of the contest for sure.
It's looking that way, and the contest will be a lot better off having him in it. He always puts on a show.
And so that's the breakdown as it currently stands. We'll be keeping you all updated with the latest info and, of course, our final list of contestants as we get closer.
Yeah, and if they don't invite me to be a judge, I'm still going.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Jones, the pass to Brooks. Unable to get that one. And Phoenix the other way now. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
And it's just never easy to get stops in this league, but they had a smart game plan defensively, and I felt like that was the difference.
Well, good defensive game plan and then carrying it out for 48 minutes. That really helped them out in that last game.
For three, Ross scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts. You know, it seems like we're seeing more teams, Brent, use zone defense these days. Not too long ago, zone was almost non-existent in the league.
Well, Kevin, you couldn't play zone. Even though there were zone principles in man-to-man defense, it used to be an illegal defense to set up in a 2-3 zone that you see teams doing nowadays. I'm very interested if the league does, in fact, do away with illegal defense and allow coaches to use whatever defensive scheme they need to do to slow up their opposition. It might do something in terms of producing more shots so we don't get stagnation with just threes all the time. We'll see if that happens.
Jones, the pass to Brooks. Fires from 14. Tries again. It's tipped, and he's able to get it back.
And the toughness of Brooks on display, not fearing contact when he's looking to score inside.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
Dylan Brooks, 2 shots.
The first one falls.
And there's a flexibility to Brooks's game. He can play a specific role for you, or he can be a high usage guy. Really depends on what a team needs from night to night.
And both free throws good for Brooks. And so it's Ross. He brings it up for the Suns. The pass to Paul. Over Jones. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Memphis has gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Brooks outside.
And what a fearless drive by Brooks, going right into the defense there and drawing the foul.
Second team foul.
The Grizzlies shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
So they now lead by 1.
His body control is phenomenal, and his ability to get to the line has always been impressive. That's a huge part of his game.
Perfect from the line this time.
Yet to the shot from here this quarter.
Ross against Kennard. Take the turnaround Jay. No good from Ross. Ross against Brooks. To the right side. Here's Aldama. The Grizzlies with another miss. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Grizzlies lead by 2. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, guys. With head coach Monty Williams. Coach, how do you get things going a little bit more offensively?
Well, we got to set screens and we got to get stops. If we're getting stops, we can play in transition. That opens up a lot for us.
Yeah, you guys are hard to beat when you're out and running. We'll see if that happens more. Thanks, Coach. Back to you.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the 3rd quarter of basketball following halftime.
Good evening, everybody. Can you guess what we're starting the show with? Wow, you guys are good. Time for the power rankings.
Taking a look at Memphis, examining how they've done since last power rankings, and 1 and 3, not good at all.
No sugarcoating it, but just 4 games. Let's not overreact, big fella. They'll figure it out, one would figure. Looking now at our featured game this evening, the Phoenix Suns have a close one on their hands.
They've worked the ball inside. Keep feeding your big dogs down low. Roof. Good things will happen.
Spoken like a guy who made a career out of living in that paint. That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more hoops action.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Memphis leading. Taking a look at the Grizzlies. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bain. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. And it's Brooks in at the small forward.
And that speaks to Morant's fearlessness. Even amongst the trees, he is confident, looking to score with the ball.
Here's Booker. The Grizzlies pull it in.
In terms of entertainment factor, can any current player top Ja Morant? I mean, we've seen Ja with some vicious in-game throwdown.
Jackson setting the pick here for Brooks. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Hey, Greg, talking about the great Ja Morant, this guy is just flat out fun to watch.
Well, Ja's been known to go off for 50 on any given night, but he also looks for others, dropping some nasty dimes. Morant has an insane combination of athleticism and skill. This guy can do anything.
The first free throw is good. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Suns trail by 6. Paul surveying the floor. Outside Durant, from deep. And they'll get another chance. Warren kicks to Durant. Shot clock at 6. Ayton a screen on Brooks. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Well, coming off the pick and roll with that length, KD makes so many good decisions.
It's Morant with the try. Paul with the defensive effort. And KD's got the ball here for the Suns. That will kick off a 6-game road trip for the team. He dishes it to Booker. Brooks against KD. No good there. And it's Memphis the other way.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
And Durant sends it back.
Instinct, timing, length. KD, great D.
For Phoenix, they've gotten just 1 of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. And Adams sends it back.
Yeah, starting the half here 1 for 5, and the offense might need an ironing out.
Morant finds Brooks. Misses the 3.
They've been able to have some team success in this game despite what's been an awful shooting night for him.
Booker the pass to Paul. Good. A nice assist from Booker. 6 points for Chris Paul.
And Chris Paul knows exactly not just who's going to hit him, but how they're going to hit him.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they're like a 4-day-old soda right now, just flat. They're missing shots left and right and just not playing their best.
Suns making a change here. Payne's checked in. Memphis also making some changes. Clark, he's checked in for Adams. Conchar comes in for Brooks. And it's Williams in for Bain. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Morant dishes to Williams. Passes it to Jackson. Over Warren. And there's Jackson on the assist by Williams. Jackson's got 6.
And great from deep. Jackson, no issues hitting the mid-range either. Another big who has range in the new NBA.
Ayton, a screen. Book buries the 20-footer. He has 5.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Well, the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Here's Jackson. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. And the Grizzlies lead by 4.
What agility there. Look how quick Jackson moves after setting the screen. Perfect execution.
Pass to Ayton. Got it. Good job in the low post. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Here's Morant. Outside Jackson. Back to Morant. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Morant's got 4 points in the quarter.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
And the Suns call time. And the Suns here with a different look. Baisley's checked in for Ayton. Torrey Craig comes in for Warren. Okogie's checked in for Kevin Durant. And it's Ross in for Booker. Then for the Grizzlies, Tillman comes in for Jackson. And Jones subbed in for Morant. Suns trail by 4. Pass to Baisley. Now Ross. They set the pick. Driving the lane. No good from 11 feet.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
On up there for Clark. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Suns.
That's tough because that one's preventable. The defense has nothing to do at all with that turnover.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Aldama's checked in. And there's a minute 45 left in the third quarter of the game. The pass to Baisley. He kicks to Ross. Craig with a screen on Williams. Here's Ross. And the Suns miss again. Memphis leading by 4. Williams scanning the floor. Passes it to Concha. Here's Aldama. Shoots the three. And no good that time.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And it's Williams with the ball for the Grizzlies. And it's Baisley with the rebound. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
To the wing on the left. For three, Okogie. The Grizzlies pull it in.
Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but if they give it to him again, I bet 3 points are coming.
Outside, Jones. They set the pick. It's over Payne. Here's Aldama. That three off the mark. Ross against Williams. Ross kicks to Payne. Over Jones. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Grizzlies out in front. They lead by 4. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. T.J. Warren out there with Durant, and it's Ayton in at the center, locking down the middle. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Ayton sets the pick for Durant. Second chance shot, and with that shot, the Grizzly lead is cut down to just 2 points in the bucket from Ayton.
You know, if Ayton continues to play with that kind of effort, possession by possession, he's a real tough cover.
Jackson a screen on Paul. Here's Morant. Rebound by the Suns. KD's got his 4th rebound in this one.
So there's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
Here's Ayton. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Ayton's got the game tied up here for the Suns.
Hitting that mid-range shot, this is right now probably the extent of Ayton's range.
Paul against Morant. Kicks it to Clark. Outside, Bain. Morant outside. Connects from three-point range. And the Grizzlies lead by 3.
Continuing to gain trust in that three-point shot. Each tray that Ja makes builds his confidence.
Here's Paul, and it's Phoenix scoring again.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they're like a 4-day-old soda right now, just flat. They're missing shots left and right and just not playing their best.
we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. What do you got for us, DA?
Hey, guys, I caught Taylor Jenkins's message to his team. He really got after him in the huddle. He said, look, you can rest after the game. You got to put it all out there if you want to win this one. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Jackson looking around. Here's Morant. Phoenix grabs the miss. Ayton's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Inside, and Katie throws it down.
And Durant still has that flush, just an easy deuce for him.
Ball against Morant. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
His touch has left him in this quarter. Nowhere close to the kind of output they need from him.
To the middle. Kicks it out to Paul. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fires, high post. Here's Ayton. It doesn't go for him. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Here's Morant. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Ayton a screen on Bain. Here's Booker. Some solid defense there from Jackson. For Memphis, they've gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. Feet away, and it's Morant missing.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started. And he sort of had that look in his eyes. Durant staying cool in the clutch moment.
Brooks up on top, defended by Durant. To end the drought. And he overshot that one, missing. Suns leading by 3. Warren the pass to Paul. Back to Warren. The dish to Paul. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
And that is why Chris Paul has the ball in his hands. Delivery.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies.
Make some noise, Phoenix, for your song breaker dance crew.
Cameron Payne's checked in for Chris Paul. And the Grizzlies also with the sub. Tillman's checked in. Morant with it. To the inside. Jackson. Good, and a nice assist from Morant.
And that's a player with no fear. Jackson steps to the forefront, goes out and gets them a massive bucket.
Phoenix calls timeout. They're up by 3. We've got 1:48 left in the game. We've got 1:48 left to play here in the 4th. Bain against Booker. Ayton a screen on Bain. Here's Booker, and blocked by Bain. And they get it back. And that one's good, Ayton.
How about that? Ayton showing why he was picked first overall. That's a reason.
Morant left side. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Ayton's. And so Booker will bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. Over in the corner, Warren. Feeds it to Ayton. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Unable to simply overwhelm people the way he did in college just because of his size. Ayton has done a much better job just staying patient. Great pump fake there.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Suns.
You love how they've lived in the paint, making the defense just consistently have to collapse and still finding ways to convert.
And I feel like another part of tonight's game has been the hustle points, getting up and down, getting second chances, getting transition opportunities. They've been fantastic in that area.
He's off on the free throw, unable to get that second one to drop in.
And Ayton, with that efficiency, just becomes an outstanding option for what you do offensively.
And it's Phoenix's ball. They're on a 15-5 run. Bain passes to Ayton. Oh, no, he may have gotten injured right there. He's in a lot of pain.
And this would be a terrible blow. Hopefully it's less serious than it looks.
Well, looking at his face right there, you can tell he's in a lot of pain, and there's a lot of trepidation right now on that team's sideline.
Tyus Jones, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. And for Memphis, they're shooting just 33%, struggling to get good looks. Brooks with no one around. It's in! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
And this is why Brooks is out there. Amazing watching him come up in the clutch for his squad.
Ayton a screen on Bain.
Points are an absolute must here.
Can't come away empty. That would be the nail in the coffin.
The feed to Jackson. Back to Bain. Jackson setting the pick here for Bain. And airballs the triple. That one was way off. And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
At the line for Phoenix, TJ Warren. At the line for 2.
First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
This team relies on Warren, especially in huge situations.
And so both free throws are good, and it's a 5-point game.
Yeah, that'll ice it right there. Not everybody can keep their composure at the line in such a big situation.
And he's easily been their best rebounder tonight.
Well, he's been everywhere, and collecting those rebounds, that ends any kind of offensive possession and gets them started.
At the line for your Suns, Cameron Payne, taking 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6.
The campaign has gotten this reputation, and it's well earned as a professional, just able to come in the game, ready when called upon. He's going to impact on both ends of the floor what's being done out there, and that effort level, that has kept him around.
Brooks outside. And again, Memphis no good. So the Suns win it. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it mattered most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
And Jets now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, KD. It was a good start. What happened with that rough patch later on, though?
We weren't disciplined. We were just shooting shots just to shoot them, throwing passes just to pass them. No sense of urgency, no purpose. And against a team like that, they're looking for something to get them back in the game, and we just let them back in.
Close the door, but stuff to work on, I know, man. Thanks. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. As we leave you with our New Balance Player of the Game, DeAndre Ayton.